What's up, everyone? It's Jermaine with another Uber video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about different types of Uber drivers because, yeah, when you talk about Uber drivers, it's like talking about cars. There's so many types of drivers as well as cars. But first off the bat, we'll start off with the X cab driver, okay? Yeah, every now and then you may request an Uber. And, you know, you get picked up, you jump in the car, and it's like an old cab driver. You can tell because they just drive different. Like, they're all over the road. They know the streets. They probably don't use GPS as much because they're really confident with the road because they've been doing it for so long. There's those drivers. Other Uber drivers that are really awesome to get picked up from are very attractive women, okay? Doesn't happen often. I mean, it happens very rarely because I want to say majority of the time I get picked up, it's usually from a guy, but every now and then I'll get lucky and it's like a really hot chick and I'm like, damn, my favorite Uber driver right here. And then there's also the psychiatrist driver. So once I got picked up from this lady and I was, you know, on the phone with my girl and, you know, we were kind of going back and forth with some words, and all of a sudden, my Uber driver turns into a psychiatrist, and she's like, oh, yeah, you should do this, and you should do that, and yeah, give her time to relax, and both of you guys need space, and, you know, there's those Uber drivers. It's the soccer mom drivers. I got picked up by a soccer mom once, and pretty much how that works is, you know, they drive during rush hour and stuff like that. You won't get picked up by a soccer mom in the middle of the night, not typically. But usually, like, rush hour, you get picked up in some van, you know, and it's like, oh, yeah, she's probably a soccer mom. You also got the Uber drivers out there that just don't speak English, you know? You get in the car and they're like, blah, 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 and you're like, oh, shit, I better put the address in through the app so I can get one. And then there's those other Uber drivers that, these are the bad ones, man. The ones that drive like 100 miles away to do Uber. Because in SF, I know people that drive like so far away just to come to San Francisco and just to do Uber. But a lot of those people, they don't really know the city well, so they just make the worst mistakes. Like, I was taking this one Uber, and this dude was like from I think from like Fremont or somewhere. It was like even farther, like Union City far, right? It's not 100 miles, but it's far. And he was driving, and he didn't know that you can't drive in the bus lanes in San Francisco because the buses have cameras on them, and they'll give you a ticket, like they'll mail it to you. So he didn't know, so he was just cruising the bus lane, and it was like an Uber pool, so we was picking up someone else, and he picked them up in the bus stop. And I told him, I was like, dude, like, I don't know if, you know, you're familiar with driving her, but the bus lane, you can get a fat ticket for that, and the bus stop, you can get like, I know it's $288 ticket if you stop in the bus lane and the bus like pulls up behind you. So I'm just telling this dude, like, man, like, you gotta be careful. And he kind of got pissed. Like, he was sort of like, I'm telling him how to drive, but I was just like, let him know, dude, you about to get hit with a lot of tickets in the mail, probably in like a week or two. So there's those Uber drivers. There's those Uber drivers that you can tell that they just don't drive a lot. You get in their car and they got both hands on the steering wheel and they're like looking straight forward like this. And they're just on it, you know? And those people, it may take you like double the amount of time to get where you're going because they'll just drive like with the traffic. So if it's just stop and go, they'll just stay right behind and just stop and go, stop and go. Then you got those other Uber drivers like me. Dude, I hate stop and go traffic. I'm always like moving around the roads. I'm always taking a different street, going down an alley. Like, I hate going down that like main tourist drag. Like, why do people drive on those streets? Especially if you drive all the time. And then there's those type of Uber drivers where like, you know, they're sketchy as hell. Okay, so once I got in this Uber, it was late at night, and dude, I could tell by the guy's car, like, man, this dude looked like he's riding dirty. And we just get in, and it was like we never came to a complete stop at a stop sign. Like, we would get up to the stop sign. This is also late at night, too. We would get up to the stop sign. We get down to like 5 miles an hour. We're rolling through, dude. Like, some drivers are like that. Next time you guys request an Uber, just remember, You never know who's gonna pick you up. It might be a soccer mom, it might be an ex-cab driver, it might be some sketchy dude, or it might just be a really attractive chick that wants to give you a ride from the marina to the financial district. But anyway, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, totally leave a comment. And if you think this video is funny and someone else would like it, dude, totally share it. Thanks for watching. Peace. That's a wrap.